Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here, and today I'm going to talk about a recent article I read about Alan Stephan in regards to how he specialized in his arm development, in particular to his biceps and triceps, the exercises that he actually really recommends and that he used himself. That is a photo of him on the Muscle Power magazine, which I'll probably start reviewing in the near future. I love that shot of him. A great side chest. You can see his rib cage is very well expanded. He's got nice thick bicep there. So let's have a look at Alan Stephan's biceps and triceps specialization recommendations and exercises. The source, of course, of this particular article is Your Physique once again, from the November 1948 issue, with Floyd Page on the cover doing a front double bicep tilted pose. Now, Alan's tips on arm development. Firstly, he in this article does mention that arm development is of major importance, and he actually explains it in a very visual way. In that the first sign, it's like as he says, when bodybuilders greet each other, it's like the first sign of strength, and it is because arms tend to be one of the more exposed areas of the body. Whether you've got a short sleeve or not, the bodybuilder's typical greeting, as he describes it, is that if you meet your bodybuilding training partner on the street or something, they'll touch your bicep and they'll ask you to flex, and yeah, it's a sign of strength. The stronger your arms are, I guess the more developed and more advanced you are as a trainer, as a bodybuilding trainer, that is. So I have to agree with him in that respect, that it is a true sign of strength and development. Now, he's got many exercises that I'm going to talk in this particular video. There's 7 in total, some which are rather unusual, and to be honest, that I have never heard of before, and I thought that's why it would be an interesting article to share. One of the exercises that he talks about is a towel pull down, and you can see just by the way he's angled down on the floor, he's actually lying down slightly up with his chin on his chest, and he's pulling his back, we're using his back and his arm. So he's actually gripping the towel, attached it to a lat pulley bar, I'm pretty sure you can see that, and he's pulling down towards his chest, right? And basically he pulls down with the elbows out, and the idea is that this particular exercise works the arms and back, plus because you're doing so much gripping, it works all those little muscles in the forearm, which I guess other exercises don't really work. It does really work your grip, and this is how he basically said that it basically therefore gave your arms that finished look, that finished appearance, and gave you that extra development. He also talks about the rep range. For most of these exercises, he actually uses 10 repetitions of 5 sets, but these are not 10 easy reps. He actually mentions that the first 5 reps should be done with a breath in between, so fairly straight without stopping. But the last 5 reps, when you're starting to fail, as he says, the elbows should start moving in. So as I said, initially it's elbows out, and that should be fairly straightforward, 5 straight reps. And then the last 5 reps should be so hard that your elbows start coming in and you need to start breathing deeply. So really, he pushed himself. I mean, when he says 5 sets of 10 reps, they were 5 grueling sets. 5 reps were done smoothly, and the last 5 were grueling. So yeah, it's something to think about when you're working out, I guess. The non-cheating curl was another one of his favorites. As he describes it, you place your back on the wall and you would use 30 to 40 pounds less of what you would normally use in a curl. So for example, I mean, Alan Stephan was a beast, and you can see him there. Look at that chest. I mean, it's bursting out, and he's only doing bicep curls, for God's sake. He's stabilizing himself against the wall using his legs really spread apart. And he normally used 170 to 180 pounds on the cheating curl. Amazing strength. I mean, look at him. He's got like 18-inch arms, easy, natural. Freaking beast, I swear. Amazing. And so for the non-cheating curl, instead of 170 to 180 pounds, he would use, as I said, 30 to 50 pounds less, so more like 120 pounds. And he would curl with his back to the chest, with his back to the wall, sorry. Again, 5 reps, no rest, then the last 5 with a few breaths in between. So we're talking some very heavy and hard sets. The triceps holdout was another one that he really enjoyed. Of course, it works the triceps. He recommends only using a 30-pound dumbbell, and that's Alan Stephan, who was really strong and a beast, as I've already said. And this motion is very much like a tricep kickback, except you would hold out for a second or two, and then on the contraction, and then bring the arm down. And he actually recommends that this could be supersetted with regular curls. And you could also alternate sets, having your palms facing down or the thumbs facing down, and as shown in this photo, with the palms facing each other. So you can alternate different hand position to target different parts of the tricep. Very smart of Alan Stephan. Let's look at the next exercise. The reverse curl. I mean, I can't believe he's smiling, holding close to 100 and something pounds there. I mean, that's crazy. He's just smiling. Anyway, the reverse curl, as he says, it should be in every single bodybuilder's program. He believes it was responsible for much of his arm development. And the reason he believes it should be in every program is because it's one of the few exercises that targets the brachialis and the flexor carpi ulnaris, which is basically the underside of the muscle of the forearm area. So the under muscle of the forearm area. And yeah, he basically also thinks that it really does provide not just great arm development, but a lot of strength in your arms, so that when you're curling, doing regular curls, you would actually be able to handle more poundage. And I have to agree with Alan there. Reverse curls are not often done in the gym, and they should be. They really do develop the forearm and these the brachialis in the arm, which is not really targeted with the regular curl. The incline dumbbell curl was another favorite of his, and of Steve Reeves, as you may or may not know. More muscles involved here, of course, simply because you're not gripping a barbell, and therefore, as Alan states, the little muscles that, I guess, of your forearm and your shoulders, which prevent the arm from moving in and out laterally from the body, forward and backwards, are all involved in eliminating this motion in the incline dumbbell curl. That's why he likes it so much. It does involve more musculature. As shown in the photo, you would sit on an incline bench, arms hanging, and curl. Very, very much popular in the late 40s. Now, this is a very unusual exercise, the giant Zottman curl. I'd love to try this one out in the gym myself. As Alan states, it works more of the upper body than any other exercise that he knows, and definitely more of the arm. It actually works the delts, triceps, biceps, and forearms. Unbelievable. The way you perform it is very similar like a Zottman curl, that is the old-fashioned Zottman curl done in a circular fashion. You should watch a video of Vince Garonda doing it, and you'll understand how a true Zottman curl looks like. But basically, once the dumbbell is up towards the shoulder, as you can see Alan doing with his left arm, you would press overhead like he has already with his right arm. So it basically is a Zottman curl combined with a press. And then as the dumbbell comes down, which you just let it come down, you would reverse curl on the way, reverse curl on the eccentric portion. So you curl like a normal dumbbell curl on the concentric, press when the dumbbell is at the shoulder overhead, bring the arm down, and then reverse curl on the eccentric. He says that this will really tax you as well, and you'll need to breathe really heavy, like as if it was a breathing squat when done properly. And it takes a long time to master and to synchronize the curl, press, and eccentric version parts of this particular exercise. Looks really hard, but looks awesome. The curl on the knee is the last one that he recommends, and it is, as he says, it's more of a it's more of a shaping exercise, and it stretches the bicep more so than other curls. So it doesn't build bulk, but it does define the bicep. And he actually reckons that it's great for splitting the bicep along the length of the bicep itself. As shown in the photo, you would squat, place one hand on the knee that is not working, and you would place the elbow of the curling hand on the other knee and curl. I hope that these exercises, as I said, some of these are new. Hope that you can incorporate these in your workouts, and if you do, you can let me know how you go. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I leave you with, once again, one of probably my most favorite shot of Alan Stephan, my favorite cover of him, doing a phenomenal side chest. There is no great side chest without great arm development. Yes, you need to have your rib cage expand. You need great lower chest and a great split in the middle of your chest, full chest muscle development. But you can't have a great side chest pose without a proper deltoid and without a great bicep, like a softball, like bursting out like there it is on Alan's arm. Amazing. I love this shot. Alan Stephan looking swole, looking aesthetic, looking classical, looking powerful. This is one of my favorite shots of Alan Stephan. Of course, with fantastic arm development. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for watching. Leave me your comments. This is the Golden Era Bookworm. Bye for now.